All right, guys, let's review these questions for adding and subtracting tenths when our questions are between 100 and 1,000. So, starting with A, I have 436.7 plus 352.1. I'm going to do them basically looking at the place values. So, 7 tenths and 1 tenth are 8 tenths. 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. And 4 plus 3 is 7. So I should have 788.8. B, I have 562.3 plus 125.6. So let's add, I'm going to start with the tenths place. By the way, I know my answer is going to be 680, something like that. So 3 plus 6 is 9. And then 2 plus 5 is 7. 6 tens plus 2 tens is 8 tens. And 500 plus 100 is 600, so 687.9. C, I have 7 tenths plus 2 tenths. I know my answer, by the way, is going to be around 650, right? 240 something plus 410 something. Going to be 650, maybe 660. All right, 7 plus 2 in the tens is 9. Put my decimal there. 8 and 6, that's 14. Carry the 1. 1 10, 4 tens, and 1 10. That's going to make 6 tens. And 200 plus 400 is 600. So 664.9. 637.5 plus 381.7. I think my answer is going to be pretty close to 1,000. I have 600 plus 300 is 900 here. And 30 plus 80, that's going to get me into the next 100. So I think it's going to be around 1,000. 5 and 7 is 12, so I'm going to carry the 1. Put my decimal here. 8 and 1 is 9. 30 plus 80, well 3 plus 8 is 11, so I'm going to put a 1 here and carry the 1. And then 100 plus 600 plus 300 is 1,000. So 1,019.2. Last question. My answer is going to be around 700 and something, because 400 plus 200 is 600, and 60 plus 70, well, that's 130. So I'm going to be looking at that 730, 740, somewhere in there. 9 plus 3 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. Carry the 1 again. 1 plus 6 is 7, and 7 plus 7 is 14. Carry the 1 more time. 1 and 4 is 5. 500 plus 200 is 700. So 743.2. Over to the subtraction questions. So I have 586 minus 254. My answer is going to be 300 something, probably in the low 300s, looking at my question. So I'm going to start with the hundreds to get it, or sorry, the tenths to get it exact. 4 tenths minus 1 tenth is 3 tenths. Put my decimal down. 6 minus 4 is 2. 80 minus 50, well, 8 minus 5 is 3. And 500 minus 200, well, 5 minus 2 is 3. Yes, that's right, 332.3. Just double checking. Now I have 759.6 minus 427.4. I know my answer is going to be 300 something again. 6 tenths minus 4 tenths is 2 tenths. 9 minus 7 is 2. 50 minus 20 is 30, so 5 minus 2 is 3. And 700 minus 400 is 300, so I have 332.2. Pretty close to the number above. In fact, it's exactly the number above, except for the tenths place. So I got 2 that were pretty close to each other. For H, I have 600 minus 200, so my answer is going to be 400, probably closer to 300 actually, because it looks like I have some borrowing to do. All right, so let's start with the tenths place. So 2 minus 7 I can't do without borrowing, so this 1 is going to become a 7, and now I'm going to have 12 tenths here. 12 minus 7 is 5. Now I have 7 minus 5, which is 2. Then I have 30 minus 90, so I'm going to have to borrow again. So this is going to become 13 because I'm going to give one of these hundreds over to the tens place. So now 13 minus 9, that's 4. And 500 minus 200 is 300. So 342.5. I really like the 300 answers. 526.4 minus 353.2. Looks like my answer is going to be a little below 200 because 500 minus 300 is 200. So let's start with the exact answer. So 4 tenths minus 2 tenths is 2 tenths. Put my decimal down. 6 minus 3, that's 3. Now I have 20 minus 50. I'm going to have to borrow. So this is going to become a 4, and this 2 is going to become 12. It's actually 120, right? 100 comes from the hundreds place, so it goes to the tens place. Now, if I know 12 minus 5 is 7, then I have the tens, and then 400 minus 300 is 100. 173.2. Last question. 840.6 minus 476.8. My answer is going to be a little below 400, right? 800 minus 400 is 400. So it looks like I'll have some borrowing to do. So 300 something again. Let's start over here with the tenths. Now I have 6 tenths minus 8 tenths, which I can't do. So I'm going to have to borrow. But look at this. I have a 0 here in the ones place. So the ones place will not be able to lend, I guess you'd say. You can't borrow from it until it has something in it. So let's go over here to the tens place. We're going to take 10 from the tens place and put it over here to the ones place. Now we have 30 and 10 instead of 40, which is still the same amount. 30 and 10 makes 40. Now I'm going to take one of those ones here. So now instead of 10 ones, I'm going to have 9 ones. And I'm going to put that one over with the in the tenths place. Now I have 16 tenths, 1.6 really. 16 minus 8 is 8, and then 9 minus 6 is 3. Now I have 3 tens minus 7 tens. I can't do that without borrowing, so I'm going to take one from the hundreds place and put it in the tens place. So now I have 13 minus 7, which is 6, and then 700 minus 400 is 300. So 363.8. All right, guys. Hopefully that helps with your answers, and have a good day.